Hello, dear teachers. So this is a video related to Module 4, The Art of Lesson Planning. And we are going to be talking a little bit more about what lesson planning is. Let's go ahead. So what is a lesson plan? A lesson plan is a teacher's map of what students need to learn and how it will be done effectively during class time. So a lesson plan has information about the what, the content that you are going to be teaching in class, and the how. How are you going to teach this content to students? Then there comes the question, why do we lesson plan? Teachers lesson plan to have a clear perspective about the following aspects involved in the teaching learning process, which are goals. Remember that each of your classes must have a specific goal that you want students to be able to achieve by the end of the lesson. Also, we have relevant information about the content. What is that you're going to be teaching in class? Number 3, instructional procedure. It means the steps that you're going to follow or the process that you are going to complete to teach during your class. And information about the timing. How much time are you going to take for each of the activities to complete your lesson? And finally, we're going to have information about the evaluation procedure. So how are you going to measure how much students are making progress or what students need to probably reinforce? Now, what do we need to lesson plan? What are the resources or the materials that we need to keep handy with us? Very simple. We're going to need 3 different elements, so you can check them on your list. Number 1, we're going to need the new English syllabus. So look for the syllabus according to the level you're going to be teaching and make sure you read everything carefully. The unit preview, the can-do statements, the number of classes that you're going to be using that unit for, the vocabulary, the grammar, the can-do statements for the 4 macro skills, the indicators, performance indicators, etc. So make sure you read the unit before you start lesson planning. Additionally, we're going to need the lesson plan template, okay? So we can include all the relevant aspects for our class. And last but not least, we're going to need this important tool for writing SMART objectives, and that is the excellent, the Bloom's taxonomy. So we're going to need the Bloom's taxonomy so we can choose the best verbs to complete our SMART objectives. Talking about SMART objectives, what are those? Very simple. SMART objectives stand for S for specific. So an objective must be detailed, direct, but also meaningful. M stands for measurable. So it means that there should be a way to keep track of the progress or success. It is as well attainable and achievable. So keep the word possible in your mind. On the other hand, it is also realistic. So it means that it is challenging, but at the same time, it is something attainable or something possible to achieve within the time frame. If you think about it, if you really think that students will be able to achieve the goal in your 45-minute lesson, you will have to really reflect on that, if it is really possible, or probably we will have to simplify the objective so students can achieve it in the 45 minutes, or we can take more lessons to achieve the objective. And finally, it is also time-based. So it means that there is a clear and stated time period for the achievement. And talking about SMART objectives, how do we write them down? Very simple. We are going to add a stem, and some examples of stems are: at the end of this lesson, students will be able to, or by the end of the unit, students will be able to. So choose the one that you prefer. Then, after adding your stem, you're going to need a verb. That verb can be taken from the Bloom's taxonomy. And finally, you are going to describe the actual product or outcome. For example, you can say, by the end of this lesson, students will be able to name at least 5 different parts of the city. And that can be your SMART objective. Thank you so much for watching.